In tonight's news, the state government to continue the fight against grasshoppers and a police crackdown on Port Pirie motorists. Hello again, thanks for joining us. Also tonight, State Cabinet to meet in Clare and a new sporting hero for Port Augusta. But first tonight, the state government will fund an extensive grasshopper control program in the state's northeast. This follows last year's successful operation, which cost $2 million.
It was the biggest program of its type ever run in Australia, covering more than 320,000 hectares of pastoral land between Burra and Blimman. And come September 13, it'll start all over again.
The control program is to start a couple of weeks earlier, which will prevent, or hopefully prevent, damage on some of the areas where there were early hatchings last year.
While last year's program prevented major crop damage, the Department of Primary Industries believes there was widespread egg laying, creating problems for this year.
There's always a residue of, small densities that are left, and of course areas that in hills, etc., that can't be sprayed.
Malcolm Biley says the government has indicated it will match last year's level of funding, although nothing has been finalised.
It's envisaged that it will be the same scale.
Which means spraying up to 120 tonnes of insecticide. Information sessions for landholders will be held closer to the program's starting date. Kerry State, Central News.
Port Pirie motorists are warned to watch out as local police begin a road blitz. Cars parked on the wrong side of the road will be targeted and offenders will be issued with on-the-spot fines. From Thursday, cars parked like this will be targeted in the latest road safety campaign. Port Pirie police are concerned motorists parking their cars facing oncoming traffic cause an unnecessary danger.
They're crossing over the oncoming traffic and parking on the incorrect side of the road. This causes a couple of problems, obviously, if they have to negotiate the oncoming traffic. But secondly, when they go to leave that area, they're then going to have to either negotiate oncoming traffic and the traffic from behind them, which would be in a blind spot.
When cars are parked on the wrong side of the road, the driver will be fined $159 and lose 2 demerit points for failing to keep left. But why are police cracking down on this when there's other crime around?
I suppose it's a reasonable response that comes through from a lot of people. In actual fact, what happens is when the patrol officers are doing their normal duties around Port Pirie, this is simply another part of their arsenal, if you like, of what can be used as a policing technique. So all of the crooks out there are still going to be dealt with.
The 2-week campaign will involve a 24-hour operation with no more leniency shown. Previously, police have just issued warnings, but not anymore.
But it's something we've noticed in time has been presenting itself as a problem throughout Port Pirie. We have, as police officers in our normal duties, gone around and cautioned people in regards to their manner, and a lot of people have been unaware that it's actually illegal to do so.
Failing to keep left is one of the most basic of road rules, and police hope drivers will improve their parking habits, or else they'll face a fine. The state's major decision makers will meet in Clare on Monday when the state government holds its next cabinet meeting. The meeting will include Premier Olsen and the state's other cabinet members. While in Clare, Mr Olsen will host a luncheon with local councils and a dinner with local community leaders. The move is seen as a step in the government's commitment to regional areas, and Mr Olsen says it provides ministers with an opportunity to hear firsthand of country issues affecting their portfolio. The Regional Development Task Force highlighted that country communities feel ignored by all levels of government. The meeting will be held at the Clare Country Club beginning at 11 a.m. Coming up after the break, a long-serving surgeon leaves Whyalla and a Port Augusta man takes medals at the Special Olympics.
Coming soon, all the Friends cliffhanger answers when we let the London wedding shocker.
I, Ross. Take the Emily. Take the Rachel.
Be watching soon on Central.
This is worse than when he married a lesbian.
To find out how it ends.
Emily.
And will Monica and Chandler get back under the sheets?
How could we have let this happen 7 times?
The little words will change everything.
You're really hot.
or the cliffhanger answers when Friends returns soon on Central.
The sale to end the century continues at Bob Jane T-Marts. Look for the four-wheel drive tyre bargains like Bridgestones for only $172. Remember this catalogue? The fantastic offers are still available on famous brand tyres, wheels and batteries from Bob Jane T-Marts.
Thanks, Bob.
Speak their own.
At the Brian Evans Theatre, Port Augusta.
Port Augusta City Ambassadors, promoting Port Augusta and local events, now brings you the Central Events Calendar. The Central Events Calendar, proudly brought to you by the Port Augusta City Ambassadors. Port Augusta. Stay a while. You'll be glad you did.
Calling all business houses in Port Pirie. Membership is now available to be part of the Flinders View United Traders Association. Join in the association and share the vision to lead, unite and develop the Port Pirie area as the premier business and tourism region. Let's get business moving. Join the Flinders View United Traders Association. Contact Diane Robertson-Smith for your membership application and help start shaping Port Pirie's business future.
Police are calling for witnesses to a head-on collision which happened around 10 kilometres north of Port Wakefeild last Thursday. Both drivers were injured in the accident on Highway 1 at around 7:30 p.m. A northbound Holden Commodore and a southbound Ford Laser were involved. Anyone with information is asked to contact major crash investigators. After 27 years, surgeon Michael Patkin is slowing down and moving away from his duties in Whyalla. But before he departs, Mr Patkin was recognised for his achievement.
Mr Michael Patkin was honoured with the title Emeritus Director of Surgery yesterday. The appointment allows the surgeon to give advice about the development of surgery in Whyalla and surrounding regions.
I'm very thrilled. It comes at a time when I'm able to relax after being on my toes for 27 years, generally on call at night and weekends. But it's also a time to look back with some satisfaction.
General surgeons are difficult to find in regional areas. And following Mr Patkin's departure, a team of specialists from Adelaide will service Whyalla on a rotational basis.
Things are changing. There won't be another specialist living in the one place for 27 years.
Mr Patkin has excelled in the field of ergonomics in surgical practice, where he has received national and international recognition for his work. But he measures his own achievements against other successful practitioners who started their careers with the Whyalla Hospital.
There are tremendous opportunities here for innovating and for continuing to provide a high-grade service. There are many opportunities available for exploring new ideas, testing them out, and if anything, it's easier to do here in a community like Whyalla with support and with the knowledge that you won't be punished if you get it wrong.
The hospital was pleased to honour Mr Patkin with the title of Emeritus Director of Surgery and look forward to accepting his advice during future visits to the city. Marty Westphalen, Central News.
Port Augusta's Anthony Holtham is the toast of the town, returning home with 3 medals from the Special Olympics in America. He picked up a silver and 2 bronze in 10-pin bowling just 12 months after taking up the sport.
35-year-old Anthony Holtham is the first person in Port Augusta and the Spencer Gulf region to make it to the Special Olympics. And he did us proud, picking up a silver medal in the mixed 4 teams and 2 bronzes in the singles and mixed doubles.
I tried my best, I've done it.
When it comes right down to the crunch and there's lots of competition and you're in there, bowling and bowling for a medal, you put all your heart and soul in it, and that's what Anthony did.
Excelling in sport is nothing new for Holtham, who has represented the state in basketball and indoor cricket. But this is the first time he's made it to an international level, competing alongside 600 of the world's best 10-pin bowlers.
When he got chosen, I thought, wow, this is a chance in a lifetime for somebody to get picked. And who better to represent South Australia and the Iron Triangle than Anthony?
While Holtham took out a loan to make the trip to North Carolina, he says he wouldn't have made it at all without the support of the Port Augusta City Council, local businesses, the Perry Super Bowl, and at the top of the thank you list,
my mum. She come first.
So what's next for Port Augusta's newest Olympian?
National or the Master or something like that. Or Sydney 2000.
Kerry State, Central News.
With 5 days before entries close, competitor numbers are looking promising for Port Augusta's Golf Classic. Around 100 people have already entered the 7-day tournament, with 300 expected to tee off next month.
Now in its 24th year, there's still plenty of demand for Port Augusta's Golf Week, with entry numbers so far on par with last year's. And with the tournament spread over 7 days and visitors coming from all corners of the state, there's a few extra dollars to be gained by local businesses.
Some of them may even stay around and visit other areas in the Flinders Ranges. So from a tourism point of view, yes, 7 days is excellent value.
The tournament, which runs from August 2 to 8, is open to all amateur golfers with a handicap.
Golf standard ranges from 2 or 3 handicappers, which are some of the best players in the state, best amateurs in the state, ranging from up to your 36 handicappers who are out there just as an enjoyment.
Along with the 54-hole Classic held over 3 days and individual daily titles, there are plenty of novelty events, including the Hole-in-One. And the popular quiz night is back again this year, along with a cabaret and a breakfast to wind down the tournament until next year.
In fact, already we've put in plans for next year, which will be the 25th anniversary of the event.
Kerry State, Central News.
Now it's time to take a look at today's grain prices released from Port Adelaide. And wheat APW 10% continued its slide and today registered $148, down $3 from last week. Malting barley was price on application and feed barley unchanged on $105. To field peas are no change at $220. It was price on application for oats and lupin stayed on $155. We'll have more on the grain scene next week. We'll take a break now and then we'll be back with news from Broken Hill with Sarah Mitteff.
London, Paris, New York, Rome.
Explore the world's great cities on a budget.
I'm going to let you in on some of those surefire money savers.
The Great Outdoors is back tonight on Central. It's big, it's huge. Palm World, Rose World, Silk World, thousands of palms, roses, bush standards, ferns, stags, elks, ground covers, shrubs, silks, artificial plants and trees. Direct from our farms to you. The Old Coke Building, Ian Street, Whyalla. Phone 0413 765 728. Port Augusta Motorcycle Club Fun Day on the 18th of July, practice 9:30. Racing commences at 10 a.m. Spectators free admission. Phone 8642 6389. Certificate 2 in Security Operations. Be trained now as a crowd controller or security officer. Conducted by Chubb Training, Port Augusta, 26th of July. Phone 86411 002. John McNally in concert at Jamestown Town Hall, Saturday, 24th of July at 8. Adults $18, concession $15, students $10. Inquiries Ellen Mudge on 8664 1777. The best people in tax, that's our claim. H&R Block Tax Accountants, Port Augusta, Chris Hayho, 8642-6303. Port Pirie, Pauline Murray, 8632-5211. Whyalla, Ian Townsend, 8845-0534. Business opportunity for sale, 5.5 day cafe coffee shop. Price to sell, contact 088682-3049 after 6:30. Trendy Lady Boutique, final winter clearance, 50% off all winter stock. On now at Trendy Lady, Perry Plaza. Risdon Park Foodland fresh food specials. Sides of lamb $1.99 a kilo. 5 kilos of potatoes $1.99 a packet. From Tuesday to Thursday only. Ladies, pamper yourself this Wednesday at the Bayview Hotel Whyalla from 1 to 5. Free drinks and nibbles plus loads of giveaways. Bingo, bingo, bingo. Tuesday nights 8 o'clock, Bath Hall, Viscount Slim Avenue, Top Caller. Remember Bingo Tuesdays at 8 at Bath Hall. D Faces of Youth Arts Workshops, traditional, Aboriginal and contemporary dance Mondays. Juniors 4 to 5, seniors 5 to 6:45. Starts 19th of July. Tuesday nights Boredom Busters. Juniors 4 to 5:30, seniors 6 to 8. Starts 27th of July. TAFE Theatre Whyalla. Call 8645 8309. For sale, 89 white Toyota Lexan, V6, air-conditioned, mag wheels, new brakes, low kilometres, good tyres. For more details, phone 8645 5225. Use Central Cash Classifieds when selling or promoting that upcoming event. Prepaid bookings are essential and some conditions apply.
There's no excuse now for the Port Lincoln community not to get involved in gardening and helping the environment. The Community Development Board donated almost $900 to the local bush care group to buy a range of gardening equipment, and the money was put to good use almost immediately. Local Bush Care Support Officer Phil Barron says already the group has been involved in seeding around Cummins and will continue to promote revegetation projects funded by Bush Care. Local school groups have also been involved, and Mr Barron says it's open to anyone wanting to rid the Lower Eyre Peninsula of weeds and revegetate with native plants. For more information on how to get involved, contact Phil Barron on 04 699 584. In Broken Hill, Southern Cross Care Chairman Brian Doyle says he will continue to fight for a new aged care facility to replace St Anne's and Centenary nursing homes. But the local Aged Care Crisis Committee has given the new proposal the thumbs down and disagrees with the board's decision to transfer recurrent funding to home care packages.
The latest proposal is part of Southern Cross Care's new direction and image. The board was initially looking at extending St Anne's using a federal government recurrent funding offer for 10 new high care beds. But the board has turned against the idea after striking stormwater problems at the site. Board Chairman Brian Doyle says building a new facility to replace St Anne's and Centenary nursing homes is a more viable option and is in the city's best interest.
Our vision is to be world's best class in providing of aged care, and it really means making Broken Hill a place where you'd like to grow old.
But local Aged Care Crisis Committee Chairman Ron Page disagrees and says the funding should go towards providing the 10 extra beds.
Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, and I think that's good for Broken Hill, that we have a robust debate about the future of the town.
Southern Cross Care's vision for the future includes a balance of low and high aged care services and home care packages to assist those who need care but aren't ready to go into a nursing home. Meanwhile, Mr Doyle says he disagrees with recent allegations made by Mr Page that the federal government is neglecting the needs of the city's elderly.
I think this current government's actually increased the level of government funding on aged care services. From our point of view, some assistance with capital upgrading would be appreciated, but I don't share Ron's view as to that this government's not performing.
Mr Page was out of town and unavailable to comment today. Sarah Mitev, Central News.
An Australian travelling exhibition is creating huge interest in Broken Hill. More Than Dinosaur's Evolution of Life is on display at the Geo Centre.
Around 100 people attended the exhibition's official opening. A steady flow of curious tourists and young children are visiting the Geo Centre daily. The travelling exhibition boasts a number of fossils from the museum's collections, including one that dates back 3.5 billion years ago.
It's one of the few physical evidence that we have for trying to work out what actually happened way back all those billions of years ago.
Also on display are information panels, interactive computer displays, videos, and the history of evolution and why animals become extinct.
Still a contentious theory, but the general idea is that we are in a bigger extinction than we've ever been in before.
But this centrepiece seems to attract the most attention. The replica of a Tyrannosaurus rex took 4 months to construct. Plasticine was used to replicate muscles and flesh. The exhibition is designed to provoke the community's curiosity and is a great learning experience for young children.
Apart from the early life, we look at sort of evolution and the whole process of evolution and the evidence for evolution and how we work out which animals are more closely related to each other.
The hands-on exhibition will be in the Silver City until August 6. Sarah Mitev, Central News.
There was a strong response to the mobile X-ray breast screening in Port Pirie. More than 1,800 women were screened, up 100 on the previous visit in 1997. The unit's next stop is Jamestown, where it will be located in the car park at the Jamestown Medical Centre. Appointments can be made on 132050. Weather with Melissa after the break.
From the dead calm of an ocean paradise comes an Australian mini-series event. Stranded on a desert island.
How long is it going to take before we're rescued?
They must brave the elements and escape the dangers from within.
He murdered my wife!
Craig McLachlan and Antonio Sabato Jr. had an all-star cast.
Payback time.
We fight for our lives.
Tribe, Sunday on Central.
Introducing Bloom's Cafe at the Ampol Roadhouse, where you can dine in, take away, or have their delicious meals delivered to your home. Try their family feast for $14.95 or their pigeon pair for $9.95. Bloom's Cafe at Ampol Roadhouse for the best food and cheapest petrol in town.
These babies speak their own language. We just don't understand them.
Need servicing, mechanical repairs, or a new set of tyres and you don't want to pay a fortune? Well, see the team at Tyre Master Tyre Power. Locally owned and 25 years in the business. They have a fully qualified mechanic with a fully equipped workshop and a full range of new tyres to keep you on the road safely at a price you can afford. Book your car, four-wheel drive or light truck in now.
Call in and see us at Tyre Master Tyre Power because we believe your safety is our business.
Not only does the Ampol Roadhouse have the cheapest petrol in town, they also have Bloom's Cafe, which is open from 6 a.m. till midnight 7 days a week, serving 2 5-inch pizzas for $3.95. And now with every 20 litres of LPG gas purchased, you have a chance to win 500 litres.
Tonight's weather is proudly brought to you by Evans Hourglass Jewellery. Free polish, free inspection, free quote on all necessary repairs. See the jewellery specialists, Evans Hourglass Jewellery.
Hello everyone, some fog about again today and a few short-lived showers about the region this afternoon, although Port Lincoln did record 2 millimetres. Temperatures today reached 19 degrees in Port Lincoln, 16 in Port Pirie and 13 in the Clare Valley. On the satellite photo, a low is evident west of Perth, with the speckled cloud indicating cold air west of the front. The cloud over the southeast of Australia is associated with an upper cold pool. And cloud over South Australia is mainly remnant of fog or low cloud lifted from the fog. And taking a look at the charts, at present there's a high centred near Tasmania, which extends a ridge over the Bight, and an upper level disturbance located near the eastern border of South Australia. The upper disturbance will move northeastward, causing the showers to clear. A front is expected through the western districts on Thursday and extend through on Friday, bringing with it isolated showers. And to the regional reports now. In the western agricultural, local early frosts and fogs, then fine and cool to mild with areas of cloud in the south. Light to moderate southeast to northeast winds. Northwest pastoral, early frosts are mostly fine and mild and sunny, light southeast to northeast winds. Northeast pastoral, local early fogs and early frost, then fine, mild and mostly sunny, light southeast to northeast winds. Northern agricultural, local early frosts and fogs, then fine and mild, although partly cloudy, with light southeast to west winds. Central districts, local early frosts and fogs. The day should be fine and cool to mild and partly cloudy with light winds. In Broken Hill, morning fogs and local drizzle patches, isolated showers in the east, cool with light moderate southeast winds. And looking ahead, all areas can expect partly cloudy days with rain expected in the western agricultural, central and lower western. On Gulf waters, south to southeast winds at 10 to 15 knots, turning southeast to east and easing to 5 to 10 knots early tomorrow, seas half to 1 metre. The outlook northeast winds at 5 to 15 knots. Overnight, temperatures will get down to 3 in Ceduna. Port Pirie can expect 6 and Whyalla 5. And tomorrow becoming fine and sunny in most districts, with several centres heading for 16 degrees, and Broken Hill looks the coldest, expecting only 13 degrees. We'll keep warm, and I'll see you at 10 to 7 tomorrow night.
Thanks, Melissa. And before we leave you tonight, a reminder the biennial Glendambo Pastoral Field Days will be held at the local racecourse tomorrow. Up to 400 people are expected to attend, with 35 suppliers displaying their merchandise. And that's all we have time for tonight. I'll be back at 6:30 tomorrow with more regional news. Until then, enjoy your evening. Good night.
A friend of mine had this pup going quite well at coursing. He asked me if I could find somebody at Port Pirie to give him an opportunity. I couldn't find anybody, so I took him on myself, knowing nothing. And we sort of carried on from there. At his first start, which was Anzac Day 1973, he won in a photo finish by a nose. And we just carried on from there. We were well and truly bitten by the bug.
Getting a winner, you're on top of the world. You think that you've won $1 million.
It's the thrill and the satisfaction of seeing your dog perform. That's what keeps people in it.
Only had to begin to win the money, and he's going to make a mockery of this. Mr. Asaya won by 12.
Rotary Research currently supports family health. Projects include treating children with anxiety disorders in rural areas, adjusting after a heart attack, and the influence of family on children with asthma. Help Rotary build a healthier Australia.
Looking at Tuesday night's viewing here on Central at 7 o'clock, Home and Away. At 7:30, Better Homes and Gardens. At 8 o'clock, it's The Great Outdoors. At 8:30, All Saints. At 9:30, The Practice. Then at 10:30, it's Buffy.